Hi, everybody. This is Josh Jelinski, the financial quarterback, coming to you live. And we have a special guest today, Owen Beiny. He has spent 15 years as a CEO traveling across the globe and has learned how to use benefits efficiently. He's going to be talking about credit card points. He is known as the Points Partner. So if you want to get more air miles, upgrades, benefits, now he can help you. So Owen, for those who've not heard of you, you've gained some notoriety of late for being the Points Partner. Describe your background and what got you into collecting credit card points.
Absolutely. Good morning, Josh. How you doing, sir?
Great to be with you. Great to have you.
Indeed. So I'm known as the Points Partner, and what I do is I help individuals maximize their credit card benefits, and I help people get as many credit card points and air miles as is mathematically possible for their lifestyle. And then I teach people how to use said points efficiently. In other words, I put people on beds, on planes, for free. That is what I do for a living. The background goes like this. I'm originally, as you can hear from my accent, Josh, I'm originally British, but I've been out in Los Angeles, California for the best part of 17 years now. And I used to run a large media organization, and my job was essentially being on a plane every single day of the week, flying around the world. And the company, as with most companies today, would pay for me to go in coach, not in business class. So I used what little knowledge and skills I had to finagle my way into premium cabins. And it started off by winking at the right staff and using some air miles. And then as time went on, I became a part of a very elite community of travelers who shared information. And this was mainly done on aeroplanes themselves, in bars, in first class, or indeed in airport lounges at the airports. And as the years went on, what started off as a necessity for me to be comfortable on a plane as I traveled for work became a hobby. And a hobby became an obsession. And an obsession finally has brought me, after many, many years, to now being my full-time career. And I essentially rebranded myself as the Points Partner. And now I spend my days doing the exact same thing for other people and helping people truly maximize the benefits that are available to them.
Thepointspartner.com. So Owen, so what happened? Like, when did you become so fascinated with credit card points? And this is an asset class we don't really talk about usually on financial planning shows because, you shouldn't blow money on your credit. You shouldn't have too much in credit card spend. Right. But I think it's an asset class that is kind of overlooked.
You won't thank me for saying this. And fortunately, we're not in the same room right now, which means you can't lean across the table and hit me. But the whole world is fighting over dollars. There is a massive supply and demand issue with that. I am fighting for credit card points, which there are nowhere near as many people fighting for. And the irony is, a single credit card point is worth more than a cent. In other words, points are a currency, Josh. They are no different to dollars, euros, yen. You buy them at a rate and you sell them at a rate. But unlike traditional currencies, there is an opportunity to expand upon their value incredibly easily. And it's what's called a two-way transaction. When you get your credit card points, there is an opportunity to get bonuses or to make them worth more. And then when you come to redeem them, when you come to burn them or use them, there is a second massive opportunity to make them worth more. And I'll put it in relative terms for you. There are three major benefits of spending on your credit card. Either it's cash back, it's air miles, or it's credit card points. And they are not created equal. 1% cash back is not the same as one air mile, that is not the same as one credit card point. And in reality, if it's done efficiently, which is what I specialize in, a single credit card point to me is worth 7 times the amount of 1% cash back. In other words, for every air mile that I get, I can make that 7% back in free travel. And then there are credit cards out there that will give you multiples for every dollar that you spend in certain places. There are credit cards that I have that give 4, 5, 6, 7 times the amount of points for every dollar that I spend in that particular category. And then those are being timed by 7 again when I treat them appropriately and derive all the value from them.
So wait, how do you get to 7? So we're going to talk about these two components, how to get more points, but then also how to redeem them. How do you get $1 to act as 7 or a penny to act as 7 pennies? Describe for me some things, and then later on maybe we'll go into some of your favorite things and what you like doing as well for credit cards, things like that. So yeah, because this is a big point, because before I met you, I would always be like, okay, well, let's rack up as many points as you can. Get the 3 times, get the 2 times, get the 1 times. But you actually enlightened me that, it's also how you redeem them. It's not just how you purchase, because we all know, okay, you can get 3 times if you do this, 4 times if you do this, but it's actually how you convert them. So how do you get 7 times the value? I don't really understand that.
Absolutely. Let's break it down. So there's 2 sides. As I said, there's the incoming side when you earn the points, and then there's the outgoing side when you redeem them. And what tends to happen is that everyone is just like you, Josh. They always talk about the incoming side, and I actually have now named it, or renamed it, the sexy side. Everyone wants to talk about what credit card they've got, how big a sign-up bonus they got, and how many multiples they get in the supermarket or spending on travel or on office supplies. But what no one never likes to talk about is redeeming the points. And as a mathematical equation, only 30% is the sexy side. 70% is how you redeem them. So what you've got is 350 million Americans running around swiping credit cards going, woohoo, I got 2 times points in the supermarket. And in reality, they're all throwing the points away in what's called pay with points. So when you get on a plane, Josh, you have 3 options to get on that plane. Option 1 is you can pay for it, which obviously we don't want to do. Option 2 is what's called pay with points. And within all of the major credit card companies, they have what's called a travel portal, or as you and I would call it, the travel section. And you can buy any type of plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, car rental, any type of travel. And when it comes time to actually pay for it, you pay for it with your points. And as a general rule of thumb, they will charge you 100 times the cost of said travel, but in points. So, for example, if you're booking a $1,000 round trip ticket to Europe, they will charge you 100,000 points for that redemption. The third option is to book a mileage ticket. And what most people don't realize is you can actually transfer your credit card points into frequent flyer programs and they become air miles. So where do I get this 7-to-1 ratio that I keep talking about?
Well, we're going to talk about that when we get back from the first break of the hour. I'm Josh Jelinski, the financial quarterback, and we'll be back with Owen Beiny talking about where he gets this 7-for-1 conversion on credit card points. It's a little bit different of a show, and folks, if you like what you're hearing, you can check out pointspartner.com. And folks, give us a call at 888-988-JOSH for the free, no obligation, 45-minute ultimate financial game plan for your money, 888-988-JOSH. And Owen has been so generous to offer some time, and we're gonna. I'm pulling his arm to give a little consult where he can actually work with you to look at your current credit card statements. We'll talk about that offer when you schedule and keep your own no obligation consultation with us by calling us at 888-988-JOSH, 888-988-JOSH. And I'll talk about, I know Owen has a free offer he'd like to give out for those of you who schedule and keep your no obligation review at 888-988-JOSH. We'll be back after these messages.
The preceding program was sponsored by the Jelensky Advisory Group.
Any awards, rankings, or recognition by unaffiliated third parties or publications, including 5-Star Wealth Manager, Advisory of the Year finalist by Senior Market Advisor, and Top of the $1 Million Roundtable, are in no way indicative of the advisor's future performance or any individual client's investment success. No award, ranking, or recognition should be construed as a current or past endorsement of Josh Jelensky or Wealth Quarterback LLC. Information regarding specific awards, rankings, or recognitions is available on the Wealth Quarterback website at www.jelensky.org. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. Investment strategies such as asset allocation, diversification, or rebalancing do not assure or guarantee better performance and cannot eliminate the risk of investment losses. There are no guarantees that a portfolio employing these or any other strategy will outperform a portfolio that does not engage in such strategies. This broadcast should not be construed by any client or prospective client as a solicitation to effect or attempt to affect transactions in securities or the rendering of personalized investment advice. Due to various factors, including changing market conditions, the information discussed in this broadcast may no longer be reflective of current positions or recommendations. While information presented is believed to be factual and up to date, Josh Jelensky and Wealth Quarterback do not guarantee its accuracy, and it should not be regarded as a complete analysis of the subjects discussed. The tax and estate planning information discussed is general in nature, is provided for informational purposes only, and should not be construed as legal or tax advice. Listeners should consult an attorney or tax professional regarding their specific legal or tax situation.
Advisory services offered through Wealth Quarterback LLC.